Oh, did it work? Did it work? Yeah, I did. Well, let's see how it goes. There is a small delay. But it's fine. Fine. Um, let's get some music going then. Let's get some music going then. That's quite loud, I must say. Let's try it again. Alright, this sounds fine to me. So, yesterday I was building the library. Based on all the files that I have a lot of 3D assets that I've built and downloaded over time. And there is this new, kinda new by now, it's getting old, feature in Blender. That is the library. The thing with the library is you can just put anything you want. Anything goes in the library, and you can name it whatever you want, and you can categorize them. So making a menu like kind of a building game, a bit like The Sims. And this makes it very easy for you to set up new scenes in the future for reference or whatever the objective is. And I've been trying to find the best way to categorize them. Best way I've found so far has been to categorize them by uh, what they are rather than their use. For example, if I have an item that can be used in the kitchen, And this item would be fine elsewhere. I would not categorize it as a kitchen item, you know? Like I have a pot. Pot can go anywhere. This cauldron here doesn't have to go in the kitchen necessarily. And likewise, even food. Like, sure, this food can be on a kitchen, but it can be also on a dining table, or it can even be outside on a store or whatever. So if I classify it as kitchen first, that limits things a bit. So I've been trying to, keep them more as what they are rather than where they go. One of the things I found out yesterday is that adding all the items you have is a good idea if you are sure that all the items are, well, what they seem to be and not just a collection of 1,000 pieces that is going to just clutter your unassigned category, which is here. When you first add an item, which hold on, but I wasn't looking at the good one. When you first assign an item, you just come here, select it from anywhere, and then you just right click and you mark as asset. It comes here to unassign, and this is where you're going to find out where they belong and put them there. And where they belong, it can be anywhere, it can be anything, and that's when things get messy and you have decisions to make. So yesterday I was having trouble figuring out where I'm going to put those planters. I don't think I will even use them. I don't know. They are very simple. Like, it's the kind of thing you can make in a minute. So, is it worth saving? I don't think so. If it was something like very useful that I could see myself using many ways in many situations, then yeah, I guess. But as they are now, I don't know. Let me just put this on Instagram. Da, da, da. Let me share. Copy link. My god, they have so many photos of hamsters. Where are my drawings? Come on, photo to make announcement on Instagram. Where are you? Oh, there it is. The link functionality is very useful. I'm glad they added it to Instagram. It was a bit of a mess before. I didn't even test the link to see if it works. Oh, it does. Okay, fine. That's fine then. Yesterday I linked Twitch, today I linked YouTube. Makes a little difference, but hey, whatever. So today I have a lot more items to add to the library. I think I'll just not add some of them. This box, I'll just call it box because it's a box. And what else would I do with the box? Oh, it would be general purpose box. I'm thinking maybe making a containers and separate types of containers inside the containers category, because this way if I need just containers in general, I can select a mother category called containers, and inside it I can decide whether I want barrels and buckets, or if I want boxes and coffers and etc. Like if I want to put boxes in my scene, I come here, boxes, and I select them and boom, I put them in there. That it is, coffer. And if I want buckets and barrels, I select them from here. What's going on? Come on, computer. Huh. Weird. And if I want to put a pot, in fact I would even add this to the name, barrels, buckets, pottery. Boom. Pottery will be big or small, whatever. I could just put this item, I can make it very big to put a big plant on it, or I can make it very small. And I have a table decoration, whatever. As long as I have the base mesh, I can work with anything. So I'll put all the pottery here. Speaking of which, I have this one somewhere. And if I just want containers in general, like if I'm building a marketplace, for example, like there's an old market, medieval or something, I can just select it from here and put in there. Speaking of which, this coffer update. Huh. One of the things that I consider very useful to know, one of the most useful things to know in this kind of thing is that to update your thumbnail here, you have to select your item. This is Cube 94. Who's Cube 94? You're Cube 94. So select your item, and whatever position it has, it will be on the thumbnail. If you move it, you have to apply the transformation, and then did this item have a mirror, really? Make sure you apply mirror modifiers. Oh god. Why Why so many mirrors in this? It's kinda silly. Oh, it's just true. Anyway, you apply the mirrors. Yeah. Apply transformation. Set origin to geometry. And when you update here, it will change the thumbnail. So, and the best part is you can then, for example, if I add this to a scene, it will always be on this angle. It's a bit of a weird angle. It's not every scene where I will want this skewed like this. So I can just press 7 for an aerial view. Then I zoom in here. Alt Z to see what's behind the scene. And I rotate it to an angle that will be more neutral to work with. Apply the transformation origin to geometry and just don't update the thumbnail. If I were to add this item to a scene now, it will be on the same angle as this one, because this just creates a copy from the original file in whatever file you're working on. But the thumbnail is a lot more visually informative, which is what I consider the most interesting. If it's like this, I can't see very well, and sometimes the asset has terrible. Look at this one, it's upside down. I will have to fix it. So you just make sure you fix the thumbnails, because in the future, when you need to use those items again, you don't want to be guessing, oh, what is this? Is this useful? Is this that kind of item I think it is? Is it not what it is? You know, for this reason, I would rather have it with a clear thumbnail. You think thumbnails are useful on YouTube? They're a lot more useful when you are working with a 3D library like this. So here I have a towel that I made just to, it's cool. This item technically has 3 parts to it. Oh Jesus, it actually doesn't. I I didn't separate the 2 of them here. My lazy pests is coming back to haunt me. Well, it's whatever. This one will be closed forever. This, if I'm not mistaken, I called it cooking barrel, and it is already on the barrels, right? That it is. I'll just put it together with this one. So if I update it here, it should have a towel, which probably isn't visible because of that thing. Apply, origin to geometry, update, and nothing changed. Maybe I have another barrel like this. Oh well, that's unfortunate. Oh no, it became cube 99. That's awful. That's not something I want. So I need to select. I need to select one of them first. I know these, but which one? Oh, you're really just unselecting things on the Ctrl Z. Oh. There we go. This one, Ctrl J. They become cooking barrel. There it is. There it is. And it will be with the towel. I could have one without a towel as well. cooking barrel. Oh, yeah. Apply the transformations, origin to geometry, update the thumbnail. Beautiful. Then I can just duplicate this item, edit, Ctrl L to select this item, delete, eat it and delete it. And now I have another cooking barrel, which I will have to add to the assets, mark as asset, and I can find it here, cooking barrel, but this one doesn't have a towel, so cooking barrel, cooking barrel, go to containers, barrels, yeah. It's a container, but nah, it's a container. It's just a container, that's fine. Your barrel, go to barrels. You already have one of you. You I just eliminated. You, what the hell are you? 101. Oh, you're part of that. Huh? I don't think I want that. There's nothing special about this one. Can be recreated at any moment. Absolutely unnecessary. Get out. Same with the sink. It's just a square where I made a hole to put this sink, to let the sink in, and yeah, get out. You get out, and you get out. You are obviously a bottle. Bottle. I still have my bottles on kitchen, huh? Bottle scans and packages. Should I put... I mean, they have name. They are named bottles. Bottle skins, packages, and jars. They are containers, but they're not the same kind of thing, right? Would it make sense to put them? I don't know. I don't know. I'll just leave them as it is. If one day I find that, like through use, that it's better to, you know, put them elsewhere, I'll put them elsewhere. For now, they're all bottles. I just have to take them out of kitchen. They're just objects. They're their own things. I could make... Nah. I'll just leave them where they are. And that's fine. Okay, clothes. I have wearables. Should clothes go inside? Yes, it definitely should. Anyway, bottle. You go to bottles. And you cabinet. Kind of cool. 107. Are you part of a school set? No, you're not. Just drawers. I'll call any generic things with drawers. Just drawers from now on. Why is furniture without an U again? Why is there... This is weird. It's like it's very weird. Anyway, this is not local. Huh. Well, whatever. Drawers will go on desks. Yeah, sure, why not? You are ink. I was making quill ink yesterday, so I'll make quill ink again. So it doesn't necessarily has to be used with a quill. These will go on stationery. Here on stationery I have a quill collection. And a comb. And a thing. Whatever that is. I don't know, I was just testing stuff. Cube 110. Cube 110. Oh, you are sharpener. Pencil. Rotate to this angle and rotate X to this angle. I think this will make for a good thumbnail. Apply out transforms, origin to geometry, updated, perfect. Pencil sharpener, you two go to stationery. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Stationery. Maybe I should have no adding more categories. Here's the thing, I created a thumbnail, nice thumbnail, very good. But if I added this through a scene, it's a very specific angle. Not good to work with, so 7 to scene at the top. Alt scene, rotate to a good angle. 1, rotate. Come on, a little more. Yeah, there you go. If you don't see any stairs on the pixels here, you know you're on a straight angle, so that's fine, that works. This way you can ensure that you are going to have the best angle to work with and the best thumbnail as well. You apply all transformations, origin to geometry, and why is it so? Oh, because it has 3 dimensions. Son of a bee. Okay. There we go. Strike. Apply origin to geometry. As long as you don't update the thumbnail after you drew out this, you're going to have the best of both worlds. Put it on the table because why not? And voila. Now the next one will then be this, the eraser. Eraser, very straightforward. I don't think I need to even change it. The thumbnail looks good enough to me. With the name and the thumbnail, you can understand what it is about. Cube 203, it's you. It's this nice coffer thing. I'll just call it coffer. I'm trying to be as generic as I can with other names because they go inside the categories. So stapler, Is that how this is called? Stapler, stapler, stapler. It goes through stationery as well. There's a lot of office stuff in the stationery. Cube 224. I saw this cube yesterday and it's just a generic box without the texture. It's nothing to write home about. It has a cool texture and all that, which I'm not even going to render right now. But without it, it's just this box with extra steps. Speaking of which, what the hell is this one? Like, I mean, it looks cool and all, but that's specific as it gets. They seem like kind of useful boxes, so I can see them being useful in some scenarios. Extrude, go inside. Was it extruded already? It was. Huh. Not even extruded, it was just cut. That's weird. Oh. Yeah. So I have this true, huh? They're not exactly useless, so I'll not delete them. I'll just use. I can see myself using them in some situations. I'll just remove the weird texture they have and update them. Update their thumbnails so they can be just generic office boxes. Your name will be box and your name will be box as well. Box and box, you go to the boxes collection. Cube 587. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of cubes. 587. Who are you? Oh, there you are. Ah, you're absolutely useless. Clear asset. No use in saving an item that you won't take more than 10 seconds making. So, yeah. Now this item, Cube 589. It's a package, right? However, without its texture, it's nothing. You are nothing. Nothing without the texture. Come on. Come on. And it didn't even do anything. Funny, it wasn't doing this yesterday. OBS, what you doing? My browser is spending a whole lot of... Oh, come on! Well, anyway, I'll just show this other file. Bam! Yeah, architecture collection. This one is awesome. I've been working on this for a very long time. I believe most of those are safe to just add. However, I'm not going to repeat yesterday's mistake. Origin. I will not add them at the same time, just in case I have something like this one that is, for whatever reason, just a bunch of pieces. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I think I could add random here. And random will show me if there are any items. Look at those. Look at those. What an ass. Jesus Christ, this one is a bunch of pieces. Which is great. Which is fine. It's fine, absolutely fine. But for our purposes, it's like, I mean, it's great that I can move it around. Technically, like if I want to move these around, I can just like a real crane. Very cool. And if I want to select the whole top, can just rotate it. See, like a real crane, or so it should be. If cranes could float in the air like this, that would be useful. But it's nothing that I can't do even if I put them together. I bind them together, one item, boom, there we go. You two, you and you. Let's join together, one big family. Nice, beautiful, perfect. Thing is, if I want later to just move those things around, I technically can. If I just select even a tiny piece of each of them, and I Control L, I can still move it around. I have to select really each of them. B, maybe like this. Maybe like this. I select each part like this. I Control L, and I just move it like this. Yeah, it's not as easy, not as practical, but if I'm going to add this to a scene later, I could very well lose that option, you know? I can't afford to lose that just for the practice here. Just for how practical it is to just add the item as a whole in one go, you know? Yeah. Would be better than trying to reassemble it later. Anyway, who else is made of multiple parts that shouldn't be? Theodorus. Very nice, look at you, all behaving very well. Being one big item. Not you, you. Oh fuck, did I leave a mirror here? Why? There we go. I don't know what that is, but it's part of that item. Here we have the same problem with the window, multiple parts. Multiple parts, multiple objects. I want them in one object that I can just add to the scene later. This is acceptable because this isn't this the same as this? And is this origin to geometry? Is this the same as that? I don't know. It looks like it to me. Uh-huh. It's the same item, but well, whatever. I'll have them together, and I'll treat them as two items. They look different enough, even if it's slightly different. And I can just. This one is an interesting case because I can come here and through this, I select one side, I amplify it, boom, and then can put the array here to fill it. Very useful, very useful. So I don't know how I'll treat this. I read it on. How should I go about this one? Oh, come on, continue streaming the sound. Huh. Maybe I should have this as a generic thing, and this is a regular railing. The generic one I could add this, or this, or this. I don't know. Well, I'll just have it like this. I apply it. I apply the array and put those two together. If I need to make it bigger, I'll just do the old Control C, Control V, or just separate them. I don't see much problem in that. What in the world is going on here? Is it just because they are too close together and it makes this weird effect? I think it is. Doesn't seem to have anything weird going on, so alright. You are one object. Oh, you are not. You are not one object. Not even with parts. Oh my. That's a problem. Yeah, most of those are fine. These, they kind of have to be the way they are. And there is even an array here. Because these are like edges and these are so annoying to work. This one is a copy, right? Yeah, it's a copy with nothing in it. It's useless. This one is a corner, but what if it wasn't? It could very well, you know, not be a corner. Control G. Oh fuck. Apply. Control G. Wait, there is an array? Oh, I see. So you have an array as well. Oh, that's very cool. I guess I don't need a corner. Because if I ever want a corner, I can just Control G, rotate C 90. Oh, Control G. What did I? Oh, Shift D. I'm getting crazy already. 90, and I can just put it in here. And bam, a corner. Very useful. Yeah, this one is fine. The way it is. Some of these I could make it them even simpler, I think. Oh, not this one. This one is perfect the way it is. I remember how much suffering it was to work with these things. Are you? You're on the wall, and you have subdivision surface. Will it cause any problem? No, no, it did not. That's cool. You can go up and play with the others. Oh, that's nice. But yeah, I have now one with a thing under it, one without the thing, with nothing actually. I don't know how it stands on its own. Whatever. And this one stays on a base support. You are just a stone. I can add stuff to the stone. Are you the same kind of roof? Yes, but this one is just a block and it has those things. And you don't have those things, huh? But I don't need all of these if you don't have those things. You can just select them, Control L, delete faces. There we go. Origin to geometry. Man, this will be a mess to organize later. Right, that seems fine. Kinda. This is roof. Tillable. And you are even more tillable. In fact, I don't even see the difference. Oh yes, you have that edge thing, and the other one doesn't have the edge thing. I see. Ha ha ha, that's awful. It seems to me like the first one is smaller than the rest for some reason. So, Control L. It does have a different format. Well, anyway, this one is okay, it's fine. Can play with its own kind. And nothing else, not much else, I guess. Maybe with these. Uh-huh. This is the front for this. This one is arrayable. The other ones are not. This one column, this one middle, this one other column that is exactly, no, not exactly, it's kind of the same, but not exactly the same. They're different, therefore I can't delete it. This one arrayable as well. Boom, huge wall if I need. Very cool. This one, if I'm not mistaken, I did succeed in making it something I can put on an array, as long as I reduce it a little. Oops. 8. Oh, oh, oh. Yes, dude. Yeah. What's the magical number here? Oh, 88 is the magical number. Keeps them close enough. I want big wall of this thing. Yeah. And if I want to add another array, 0, 1, boom. Haha, nice. Very nice. It's quite tillable. I'm pretty sure there are easier and better ways to do this, but hey, this is the one I have. One day maybe I will replace it with something more adequate. But for today, this will do. You always have to start somewhere. Can't just wait until everything is perfect before starting, or you never get started. That's something I've learned quite recently. Which is why I'm doing streams. Well, that's not why, but yeah. Anyway. This is an edge for these. Or these. The thing about this one is that can go, and I can also add another array that is like here. Think. That's why I have this, I guess. This one only have one. This one is for corners. If I have to do this, I can. Boom. This here. Maybe no array here. I duplicate here and I put this here. And I put it here. Alright, now according to the needs of the scene. It's quite cool actually. Whatever the scene asks for, I can just put them here. I have this one for normals. This one for corners. If I want them duplicate, I can just duplicate later on the edit. This one is arrayable as well. With the edges, I can just, copy the edges later. Like duplicate and like if I want to finish this, I can just scale x minus 1 bump. It inverts, and there we go. Maybe edit B. B. Aha. There it is. It works. Definitely does. Random. I don't need those many counts. I have one count. You guessed thing have already been classified. I believe if I even try to edit again, oh, it will. Oh, why are you current file? You're not current file. You. Where you added again? Yeah, you were. That's a bit weird. You should be in. No, actually, what? You had not been classified yet? No. Plumbing. I have in the kitchen plumbing for some reason. And the plumbing, I have to guess that plumbing will be in building. It makes more sense to me. With this is something I had a lot of fun doing. I looked at pictures from Google Street View and pictures I took around my neighborhood. And funny enough, most of the pictures of the Google Street View that I was looking around was on my neighborhood, and I just copied the boxes, you know, the kind of boxes they have outside, and also the mailboxes. I like them. They're great for adding some realism to images. Now, why do I have this? Oh, I see. True, the kind of thing that goes with this, right? Yep. Like that. Uh-huh. And I put one of you in the middle, and bam, you connect them. Kinda. If I select those two, Control L, Shift D, I can put another one here. Do the same with this one. Control L, Shift D, another one below. It seems like 100 and 1100 is too much. 250. Fine. Quite fine. Oh, the thing ended. The music ended. Next list, legend. Now going back to my original items file. This is very specific, and without it, it's just a solid block, so clear asset. Clear asset. Just not unique enough. Cylinder 004. Where are you? You're a scroll. I mean, that was obvious. Rotate X 45. Apply origin to geometry. Scroll is your name, and this is your thumbnail. Looking good. Or are you? Scroll. Scroll. Yes. Looking good. Books, scrolls, and notes. Cylinder 05. You're bound together with cylinder 06, huh? You're not scrolls. update C45 minus 45. I'm just organizing my library. I have all of those objects, and this is a new element in Blender where you can just put any item, you categorize them for later use. You can use them in any file you have. Like you can create a new file and you see this library here, and you can just come and just go, for example, here in barrels, and you pick the barrel, you put it as many times as you want. And I have many files to categorize, so I'm doing them now. I also have another file for cars and vehicles, and this file here for architectural stuff. It has doors, it has windows, and once I add everything to the library, I can later just pick whatever door I want, whatever window. Like for example, I just select all of those and I add them, mark them as assets, right? So they will be here on unassigned, and I can just pick them and add them to a category. For example, I can have this one. Oh, I already have one for doors with one door in it. So I can just pick those and add them on doors, and they will be there forever. And any other file I open on Blender later, even if I go back to my object file, for example, and I look here, I can see my doors. Well, once I save the file, it will be here, and I can just add them. Just click and drag, and I can build a scene very fast. I will not save them now because I will not save them now because they are online, and it would take like a minute or two to save them, but they are like 1 GB each, and yeah, it will consume a lot of bandwidth while it's updating. But you can see the use of it. It's very useful. But it's a lot of work at first, you know, you have to put a lot of work up front. It pays off later, of course, when you can just use your files very fast again, but you know, until you get there, it is what it is, I guess. Let's see something here. Like mic is low, so I'll put 12 dBs there. That's a lot of gain. Maybe that will help. Maybe this will make the audio better. I don't know. Okay, so doors, huh? Oh yeah, and of course, this door, for example, it has a terrible name. You can just rename it here. It will rename the file as well here, which is great. And as for the thumbnail, I have to remember to apply the transformations, origin to geometry, just to help, and update the thumbnail. There we go, much better. I think I can just select a bunch of them and apply their transformations all at once. Will probably take a while. Origin to geometry, does it make... Yes, this is beautiful. Look at this. Yeah, look at those doors. Every door in their place. Then every door that I want to add later, I can just come here on doors and add a copy of them. Just like that. Just boom, door. Another door. And another door. I love this feature. My hope is that with this being made so easy, I will be able to eventually just make a lot more scenes, 3D scenes and references, and make more illustrations. You know, get rid of a bit of that resistance, which is the nightmare of every artist's resistance. You are scrolls. So back to what I was doing before. As for scrolls, yeah, apply all transformations, Ctrl A, apply origin to geometry. Boom, good thumbnail. The thing is, good thumbnail doesn't make for a good file to work with. So 7 to look up top, Alt C to look on the background, rotate C, and just make something better. Otherwise it will be skewed every time you put a copy of it. You know, if I were to add this to a scene, it would be on that angle, and that's not good. Like, it's like every time I would have to rotate them, you know, so if I put them straight, it's better. And as long as I don't update the thumbnail again, I can just apply all transformations, origin to geometry, and then I have the best of both worlds. I have a good scroll here and a good angle, and if I put a copy of it, it will be straight. I think I have everything here under control. Nothing here has duplicates or weird objects. All the hinges and windows are in one object. No weird. Oh, there is one weird stuff going on. These and these are not the same, so Ctrl J. Now they are. It's a good idea to check everything before you add them to the library, because if you have a lot of tiny objects that are part of different objects, it's going to be a mess, just like I made with my object file. It has a lot of bolts and cables and things that are not supposed to be together, but they are. It's a bit annoying. Alright, I have all those. Even the crane came along. The crane is not a problem, so you there. You are one object, yes you are. These are one object. One object everyone, yes. So they can be added as well. No weird stuff going on. Come here, right click, mark as asset. They are all added to the list. And they kind of break the they kind of break Blender for a while they are updating, but yeah. In fact, I'll even save this file and return to my objects file. Delete this. Don't need this. This is just one scroll. Cylinder 05. Are you a real thing? I don't think so. Nor is 07. 08 is. What is cylinder 08? It's this one. Oh, I see, your survival. Clear asset. Cylinder 06 and 05 were actually bound together into this one. And this is the one that survived. You're a scroll. Single scroll, Ctrl A, out transforms, origin to geometry, update this, and I don't like it. Out transforms, origin to geometry, update, that's better, that's more visually understandable. Cylinder 09. You are kind of a basket, aren't you? You definitely are. I'll call you a bucket, however, because you look like a bucket. You go to barrels, buckets, and pottery. You are a barrel. Don't I have one of those already? They look very much alike. Huh. What are they? Oh, they are certainly not. They look similar, but they are not the same. This one is more squishable, I guess. If I try to squish that other one, what will even happen? Nothing good. Anyway, that's not the correct way to squish anything, so Vectron assign cylinder 011. Where are you? You are a metal. Control J. whatever. No, you're on metal. And this cylinder can disappear. Cylinder. Did I start a box with a cylinder really? I just duplicated those boxes because I don't know, I just did it. Well, you're a box. You get to leave. Cylinder 16. What are you? You're just... Why? Why do you even exist? No, you die. Cylinder 17. Do you even exist anymore? Cylinder 17, what were you? Cylinder 17, you do exist. You are here. And what are you? Oh my god. You're a pen. Huh. Pen. Pen goes through stationary. Pen cap can go to stationary as well. The audio is too bad. Oh my. I don't know what else I can do about it. Truly. Gain. I'll put 30 dB in gain. Tell me if it improves, because at this point I really don't know what else I can do. Is it better? Maybe the music is too loud? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I need to get a better mic or an actual useful mic. Wow. That's anyway. But maybe this is better, though. I don't know if it's good. No, I really don't know. Let me know if the audio is bad, if it's too loud, if it's scuffed or anything. I still really need to buy an actual mic, but that's not something I'm going to do this month at least. Cylinder 22, it's you. You are a globe. I call you globe. Apply all transformations and set origin to geometry. What's going on, computer? Why are you so confused? Okay, origin to geometry and update the thumbnail. There you go. Much better. Much better. I'll get to you when I get to you. The audio is better now. Great. Excellent. Cylinder. To be fair, when I was configuring the audio, I only checked Twitch. I thought YouTube would be the same, but yeah. Cylinder 23, who are you? 23. You are just a thing. USB cable. USB cable. And this is not a good thumbnail. This is a terrible one. I can't even see what it is. So rotate X 90 and then Control A, apply all transformations, space, origin to geometry, and if I do it here, it's a little better, but not too much. Maybe like these would be. Yeah, I can see it better now. It's not much better, but you know. Yeah, that's great. I can totally see what it is. So USB cable. I'll get back to you when I get back to you. Cylinder 26. You don't exist anymore, do you? Cylinder 26. Nope. Can just remove it. There are no cylinders on collection 1, so cylinders. US cylinder 30. No. Clear, clear, clear. I have 25, which for whatever reason is not here. What is even cylinder 25 and why is it not here? Marcus had said it's already marked as asset. Yet I don't find it in the list, which is quite weird. The first one I have here is 59. Jesus Christ, that's so many. And this is why you don't add all your items to as assets at once, because otherwise you can't clear a lot of them. Oh, these were all part of the gun, I think. When I added those as assets, there were some objects like this gun here. Every single part was marked as its own object, all separated. So they were all added as assets together, which is very annoying and caused this issue. And that's how we got to one of the learned lessons of the day. That was, don't add your objects all at once. Unless, of course, you really know that they are not a bunch of parts. These next one, 59, is just a thing. Where is the thing? I don't know where the thing is. 59. Where are you? Oh, it's just floating here for some reason. Yeah, it's a new feature, kinda. I mean, it's a few months old now, but it's new. Before, I was doing like this. I had this file, for example, and when I wanted to build a scene, I would just come here and I would pick the objects I wanted, copy it to the new scene, you know. So this is why I even have this file, and this is why I have some duplicates, just to make them look better, you know. More understandable, I guess. Like I had a pile of boxes and all this kind of stuff. But now that they added this here, this is great. This is perfect. I wish they had this long ago. And this is a gizmo. So now I'm organizing it. This makes the artist's life so much easier. Because you can just come here and play, and you have a great playground to build your scenes with later. Now, all of those cylinders here, they are. Look at this, for example. I took this straight out of a scene that I made. So I had out of those pots. They're basically the same pot. This one, S, Shift Z, boom. It becomes that one. It's exactly the same. So this file wasn't created thinking about these features, so this is why it's such a mess and I need to organize everything. But yeah, you really, I'm sure you could have fun, a lot of fun with this, especially if you have a lot of 3D files to organize. It's the kind of thing that will take a while. Let's be real. These aren't even all the files that I have. I have so many, so many. At some point, I downloaded like 100 or no, it was 400. I thought it was 400 megabytes, but it was 400 files, 3D files from the internet, just random places. I just used them for references anyway, so. And now I have to organize them all. It would be quite something. Huh? It would take a while. I have this cylinder, which is probably that one. 64, yep. Pot. And where is cylinder 65? I don't know. Barrels, buckets, whatever. 65. Where are you? 65. It's the same. Exactly the same. So I can just delete it. Boom. This is a pen. How do I pen this? Pen. Is this pen and that pen the same thing? Order. It's not too large. Pen. Oh, I see. And your pen. Many different pens here. You are all going to stationery. Let's see. Well, I would say that the asset that I have reused the most was because I used in one scene, just one scene. It had a lot of this same one, stationery, which were the cans, the food the food ones. Hold on. Let me delete those. These ones. These. I mean, they are canned food. They can be used for anything, right? So I had one scene, the kitchen scene. In fact, this one I picked straight from the kitchen scene. I think you may remember it from my Instagram. Let me see if I have it here. Kitchen scene. Where is it? Well, I have a kitchen scene somewhere. I just don't find it. It was on Instagram. You can see that where is the kitchen? Damn. I'll put capture the fenêtre. Yeah. You can see that on this scene, there are a lot of cans. They're mostly out of view, but there are a lot of cans. Just here, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there were a pile of them right here. And this, as you can see, I kind of straight out imported this into my Blender file. And this is what I use 3D for. I make the scene and I use it as reference, because this way I don't have to just go drawing all of those lines, you know, for perspective, and I don't have to worry if things are like the sizes are correct. Like maybe something is too big for what it should be. No, I just put them there and bam, I have the reference perfectly done. And it's better than using photos as well, because I can just play around with the angles, you know? Like most artists, especially when you are working professionally, like if you are working on an anime studio or something like this, it's always photos. There are those, there are a lot of references that you can see in websites where you're going to see like anime in real life. You see the references they used. You think those are a lot of open tabs? Look at this. I have these, right? But I have this, and I have those, and I have anime study. That one has a lot more. Because since I am using Opera, I can have different work areas here. So I have more than just, you know, one. It's like I have a lot of browsers open with more tabs. Yeah, references aren't just useful, they are necessary. Like if you are working professionally, you have to do things not just well, you have to do them very fast. So what animation studios do is they normally go out in the field and they take pictures, and those pictures are used for reference in anime. And let me just change one filter here, limit from 6 to 5. Let me know if the audio is true, okay? So they take pictures, and that's why you're going to see like on YouTube videos of anime in real life, and you see like Makoto Shinkai, for example, he always uses real life references. And in Weathering with You, in fact, it looks so much like real life that I was very disappointed, because It wasn't that artistic, you know, it looked like a filter. It's like, ugh. I prefer when it's more, you know, stylish. Know what I mean? Stationary. So instead of going out and taking pictures, since you make it in 3D, you can play around with the angle. Like, you know, if I were to get in a kitchen and take a picture, I would have to take the picture here. But what if I wanted this angle? That's a lot harder to take a picture of, right? I would have to climb on the wall or something. Not that good. Yeah, they did, didn't they? It was kind of disappointing. It was seems like with the new one, from what I saw on the trailer, he's going back to his old stuff that looks more like hand painted. That it's more artistic and less realistic. I don't like when things are realistic. I always say that art has to be better than real life. It doesn't have to be real life because we already have that. It's called real life. It's a movie. Art has to be more, you know, its own thing. It has to justify its existence. This is a cork. 73. This is a pin. Hope I only have one. Yes, I do. Pin. Stationary. And I find it very distracting when the anime, it has a background that is not good, or that is maybe too good, I could call it. It's kind of distracting. Pen, stationary. What is pen holder? Are you pen holder? You are not a pen holder. You are a Wacom tablet. By the way, do you have a Wacom tablet yet? X. Control A, I'll transform. Origin to geometry. Have a hue on tab. Oh, that's nice. How is it? Yeah, 75. Oh, that explains it. Larger? Does it have a screen? Little lag. It's a cup. I don't like larger tablets when they are just the table, you know, if they don't have a screen, because you have to make bigger movements. But up to a certain size, That's absolutely fine. It does not have a screen. Yeah, when it has a screen, I say the bigger the better. But when it doesn't, I would rather, have the little ones, because you have to make a smaller movement to make bigger lines, When you have to make a big line, for example, if it's a big table, you have to make a wider movement, so more room for error. If you can just make a tiny movement and go across half the screen, I consider it to be better. That's why I prefer the smaller tablets. But up to a certain size, that's absolutely fine, in my opinion. Maybe you're different, I don't know. I want to go back to making the giveaways for tablets and something like this. I don't know if the Huion are good. If they are, I may consider, because the cheaper they are, the more giveaways I can do, huh? And there's a lot of people right out there who need them. I see. That's nice. Mine is a Huion as well, but it has a screen. It's a huge screen. I want to buy another one, but I don't know if I can justify the price. I don't know. It's very expensive. I want to buy their most expensive one, but I have to be like, do I really need this? Like, to pay this much? But it's so tempting. Every time I look at it, I'm like, man, I want that. I don't think I'll use this plant. It's getting annoying to fix it. It's too broken, and there are better plants out there. I'll just delete it. I haven't done any giveaway with Huion tablets because I don't know if they are good like the regular tablets. They are not screen ones. I know that the screen is good because I have one. It's very good. I would definitely recommend it, but I don't know the other one, You don't think so? Maybe I'll make a giveaway of of a screen tablet. We'll see. Maybe you can win. How much are they costing? Maybe for some kind of celebration at some point. Oh, there's a 13 how do you say this, inches. Oh my god, there's a 13 inches here. Huion canvas 13. It's not expensive at all. I could totally make a giveaway of that. That's great. Yeah, I would totally make a giveaway of a Huion 13 whenever I reach some kind of milestone, Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. I have, like, my own tablet is a Huion, so I definitely recommend it. Mine is the 2019. Let's see if I can find it here. Oh yeah, I can just look on my purchase list. Yeah, Huion Canvas Pro 20. That's the one I got, and it's great. It works perfectly. It's beautiful. I recommend them. And if you are saying that the tables, the regular tables, are good, I'm inclined to believe you because I know that their regular ones are good. Their screen ones are good. So, and look at this tiny thing. I'm looking at them here, and huh. There are some tiny ones for a very good price. These 8 4030p. I wonder if it's good. It's very cheap. New tablet graphique. Yeah, there are some cheap ones here. Another brand that I hear about a lot is the XP Pen. I have no idea if they are good. No idea at all. Oh my god, I hate when I click to go on a store on Amazon and the store is just like a lot of advertising for the products and it doesn't have the products themselves. Like, hey, let me see what you have. Whoa, XP Pen is more expensive than Huion? Oh no, there are some cheaper ones, I see. Oh, lag. That's not good. Not good at all. Yeah, I would have to buy one and test it for a while before I consider making a giveaway of one of those alternative brands. Huion, however, I know that it's good, so I assume that their non-screen tablets will be good as well, so I would totally consider it. There's a camp. Can goes on photo scans and packages. These are the this is a complicated one because they have this object and inside this object there are other objects and I separated them into different ones already, but yeah, it's separated but I forgot to delete them. I see what's the problem. So I have this spice thing. Does it have the cap separated? It's together. Somebody's calling me from a private number. I don't answer the phone. cylinder. Okay, cylinder 110. Who are you? You are. Oh shit. See? This is the problem I was talking about. This stair, you would assume it's just a stair. Nope. Everything here is a separate object which causes a mess in the list. So this is why you don't add them together. So you, and you, and you as well. Assume that's all. Control G. Oh shit. And it has some stuff, huh? Mirrors. Control G. Why can't I apply this? I have to apply the other ones. Huh? What? I only have one object. Mendoxai. Oh. Multi-user. Oh, is this from another file? Guess I could check if they even have a parent to begin with. Where are the parents again? Oh, I guess I'll just leave that one in there for now. I'll worry about it later, and I will clear this asset. Dishes 00. This is one of those objects I downloaded from the internet. They can be anything. The other thing is when you add them, when you add anything to this, it adds even the empties, it adds everything. It has to be one solid object, which can cause some problems, and sometimes the solutions to the problems can cause other problems. Is this the same as this? Yep, it is. So, bye. Power. Here you go. Go to gizmos. I'm making a list here of only electronic whatever, like stuff. It's not the kind of thing you're going to use in very specific scenes. Normally when you use one, you're probably going to use them all. And 01. Oh, it's not here. Collections. Cup. I see. Armchair. And yeah, seems like I don't have this anymore. And oh, me too. But normally this is not the kind of stuff you're going to use in non-specific scenarios, you know? It's like if you're using one of them, you're probably like, I'm going to use them because my character, the one with the tattoos and everything, she has a computer shop. So it's going to be used a lot in those kind of scenes. I will have to make her shop in 3D for reference, which I'll probably do on live stream, maybe soon. She works with computers, she fixes computers and sells them and that kind of stuff. And she's broke, of course, because, you know. In fact, that's how we have this illustration. Where is that one? Yeah, in this illustration, for example, you can see all the stuff. I use them for references and drawing. I was very happy with how this one turned out. Nice. I hope you do well on your exams. Yeah, I think I managed to really capture the feel of the, you know, why is this not updating? It's weird. I don't understand. Rotate X. Control 8, apply. Origin to geometry. Some of these internet objects, man, they are weird. Huh. What does it do? The tracking software, is it different from? I really don't need this. I'll call these a clip. Camera Stormer Hub. What? What is this? It's a... What the hell is this? Oh, nice. I'm still thinking what I would do for animation references. It's one of the biggest problems I'm facing right now. I really don't know. I really don't. Animating is hard, man. Like, the animation part it's not that hard, and that's the kind of thing I wanted to fix with the solutions I looked for. And I did find them. But the thing is knowing what to do, you know? What is the next step on the animation process? Like, what's the next movement? What parts move and what does not, and where? Because when you have a character walking, it's not just the character, the feet moving and their legs, they also move the hands and the shoulders and the head and everything. So what parts move, how much, and when? And when you put different angles without references, this is a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. I don't know what this is, and I don't care about it. Gem. Yeah, it's very complicated to make it natural without references, because it's the timing as well. Like, unless you have a lot of experience, and this experience has to come from many years of working with references before you can choose stuff without them, because otherwise it's just what moves. Like, where do the lines go? You have one drawing, great, make the next one. Well, you know, it's a lot more complicated than it sounds. It sounds simple enough. You just have one foot, you put the other foot ahead and one behind, and it sounds so simple, but it's definitely not. The technical part is simple, is easy. It's the part that we usually understand, but the practice? What would I categorize this globe? What would I think I'll put it in furniture and make a subcategory and call it, oh, I have an extra here where I have this mirror. I could rename the extra to decoration? Question mark? And put the globe in decoration. I think it sounds logical enough. I don't know. Antique. That does make sense. But yeah, I think I will leave it in decoration, because the thing is I need to have the most, the biggest number of objects, because think about it. When I'm using those, I'll be like, oh, I'm building a library scene. I come on books, right? And then I will need some furniture. I come on shelves, right? It all has to be logical. But the thing is, if I specify too much, sometimes I may forget that I have something that could be useful in that scenario. That's why I stopped. For example, I wanted to have one for gardening, because I had those gardening stuff here, right? But the thing is, this spot doesn't have to be gardening, nor this one. It can be for gardening, but it can be also just a decoration, or it can just be used for anything else. You know, it has to be something that I will remember later in every situation. And this is the most challenging part I've been finding up to this point, is that how do I make sure something is logical enough that I will look for it later, but it's not too logical that I can forget about it if I'm in a different scene where that object could have been useful, you know. It's very... Unless if I have a very good memory and I use this very often, so there's no guarantee. Where's the music? Oh, it ended. Yeah, because the thing is, objects can be used in different situations. Like most of the kitchen stuff, yeah, sure, it would be used for kitchen stuff. But if I put, for example, food in kitchen, and then I'm building like, I don't know, an old room, like a living room. Imagine a Sultan palace or something like this. I could put some food in there, but I will not think of the food because I'm not looking at kitchen stuff, and I won't think, oh yeah, I could add some food there. Okay, maybe I will, but there's no guarantee, you know. So, and if I handle this file to somebody else to work with, for example, if I have an assistant or whatever, and they may not remember everything that is in here, even if I did, which I probably will not. So, pepper grinder. Where do I even put this? Appliances, cluttery. Where do I put this? Food. I put it in food. And I make something for, where is it, food? A consumables food. Yeah, I have egg carton. I have egg sushi tray. So pepper grinder definitely goes on food. Which I already lost. I must be blind because I don't see it. Oh well, I'll find it again someday. This, if I'm not mistaken, is oh, I was mistaken. I didn't know it was this at all. I thought this was like a bottle spilling some liquid. Does look like it. It's a lamp. Oh, lamp. Lamp goes on lights. And this is a chair. What? Excuse me, chair. Can you please? There we go. Chair. Armchair, in fact. These go on furniture. Chairs. This thing will be so great to use when it's finally organized. I can't wait to just build a lot of scenes with it. This thing, I have a feeling that I missed something with it. Like I tried to import something But I left something behind because it makes absolutely no sense. There are even some leaves here, which probably would fix the plant that I deleted, but whatever. Yeah, a lot of those things are like classic, well, not classic, modern European stuff. Though the era we called modern is now considered quite old, it's still called modern. Icosphere, well, whatever, icosphere, get out. Key, you go on stationary. British stuff. Those damn British. I'll just call this book. Another crazy lamp. Where is it in fact? Oh, there it is. It's it has a thing, huh? It does have a thing. Why aren't you joined together? Come on, join. Nanda Kore. You are probably a convert to mesh. You're probably a curve. Project. There we go, it was a curve. Now your lamp. Beautiful. And you go to lights. Where are lights? Yeah, I'm blind. Mailbox. Why do I only have one mailbox? It's so wrong. I think this is the original mailbox I had, like the first I made before I made the other ones. So that means I probably have a copy of it in here. Where are my mailboxes? There they are. There it is. I have a copy of it. Now these are 100% French. They are not British. Because this I use from pictures I took from my neighborhood. So I don't need this one. Go away. This, oh, it's the metal. Nice. Go on stationary as well. The mailboxes, yes. The rest of the objects, I didn't model off them. A lot of them I just downloaded from different places in the internet. Boxes, cardboard. As you can see, for example, these, I definitely didn't download them because, as you can see, they are missing texture. Box, cardboard. No. No texture. You go to boxes, however. Metal bars. Where are you? There you are. Oh. What do I call this? Spatula? Sounds very Latin. This goes through cutlery. That's not what I wanted to do. Spatula, teaspoon goes through cutlery. Oh, scroll. Where's through here? Oops. Some of them are in different languages. All kinds of languages. I'm surprising there is nothing in Indian, but probably the Indians would put the names in English. So, dishes. Dishes. What is this? Nerves. Bath. Oh. I like this item. I in fact used it in a scene. This scene, as you can see, it's as you can see, I used the same object twice, like this this part is the same object, but this part, you know, I think I have Chinese stuff, but what would that even be? And in fact, I really need some Chinese stuff because I have two stories that I want to work first. One of them is of this girl, of course, Arel. I think anybody could have guessed that. And the other one, yeah, the power grid is very useful. And the other one is set in, it's not exactly China, it's like Mongolia, but China and Japan. It's a mix, so I will need a lot of those stuff. I have a lot of stories planned that I want to work on, the animations and such. And one of them, the one with Arel, is more modern, but it's not going to be like futuristic. It will mix futuristic stuff with 80s technology, you know? I want to make a mix. To be like old and new and futuristic at the same time. It's kind of weird. I like that 80s aesthetic, especially for anime. I wanted to remodel Arel a bit to be more like 80s anime girl, you know, like old animations. To be fair, I'm excited to work on all of them. It's like I just need to get. There's so much I still need to have to put in order, you know, until I get there. But I'm excited to work on all of them. The one I will work on first is the story of Arel. It's a very good one. But after that one is this story is where that will take place in China, Mongolia stuff. It will be it's an alternative reality, so it's kind of different from our own, so that's why it mixes. No, Ariel's story is more like cyberpunk-ish than anything. It will have a bit of futuristic stuff, but based on an 80s style, you know. Like at the same time you're going to have high technology computers, the TVs are going to be like these, you know, that kind of stuff, and the computers, and you see a mix of technologies. But no cyberpunk, no steampunk at all on her story. I don't think I have any steampunk story planned, unfortunately, as much as I love the aesthetic. And oh, in fact, I have one, but it's not the focus, and it's something for far in the future. It's not my project. It's something that I can be worked on, but it's for way in the future. It's not for. These I'm talking are things that I intend to start working on this year, next year, maximum, you know. But the one with the Chinese stuff is from a character that I haven't finished her design yet. And there is this character here, one of my oldest arts. I'm trying to find it. And probably one of my most well-known arts as well. This one. Where is it? There we go. This one. So it will have dragon, there will be magic. And for that one, I'm going to need some Chinese stuff references because it's kind of where the story takes place. Yeah, it's one of my most well-known and most copied pictures, drawings, because you will see it in a lot of those wallpapers website. You can't post anything in a high quality on the internet. They will always steal them and put them in wallpaper websites. It's kind of funny. Plants. Ora, nada. Anda, Kore. Oh. Plants. So the dragon one is very well known. I would say the dragon one, the one with the ship, with the boat on the sunset, is very well known as well. I need to make more of those arts that are going to be, you know, remembered by people. I haven't done a lot of illustration that are very impactful in a long time. I just make some small fun illustrations, you know. But this one is very well known. Yeah, like I say, artists are temporary. Art is forever. This is something I really liked because, for example, when I made this art here of Amaterasu, when I made this art, now when I look for Amaterasu on the internet, I sometimes find this picture, and there was even one guy on YouTube that used this for his thumbnail. He never asked for permission, but I really don't care. But he used it on his thumbnail to speak about her. And I'm like, that's very interesting because Amaterasu is a deity that has existed for over 1,000 years. And now, because I made an illustration, you go on Google and you can find a drawing that I made associated with her, you know, I like that idea. I want to make more stuff like this, you know, make illustrations based on things and stuff. I've recently been wanting to make some kind of illustration based on what they call the Byzantine Empire, for example. Because there is not a lot. And if I make something very cool and I put it out there in the future when people are looking for Byzantine stuff, they're going to find my drawing, you know? I like this idea. Artists are temporary, man, but art is forever. Patio floral shells. Those are nice shells. And why is one of them longer if the other side is normal? Pokimeri and Twitter.com. If you look on my, is it open? Yeah. If you look on the people that I follow, you normally find people that I like their art. And my favorite, this guy has some really cool arts that make extrapolations with perspective, you know, bird's eye view and this kind of stuff. It's always like this curve, kind of crazy. It's very extreme, you know, always extreme. It's very cool. I love his art very much. Lam Lam, I love his art style. It's really good. I mean, look at this. I love the eyes, especially. It's always very cool. Big fan. And Pokimeri has a very similar style. Pokimari. And Yeah, I think those are my favorite. Oh, there is also this guy. He's my favorite. How is it called? Comic book artist. I really like his comic books. I have one of his books, hardcover and everything. I really like it. They're very good. Yeah, that guy, he uses a lot of bird's eye view. He has some images that where you can see his guiding lines. Like he explains how he does it, and he really uses, yeah, like he makes this and then he just makes the curves. It's kind of crazy. These ones are the normal ones, but there are some where it just does the curves like this. And those are special. Ah, here. You see? One focal point, and then he does the lines here, and then he just uses them to guide. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Insane. Like, and I found him because I was doing research on how's they call panoramic images, because they are used for how is it called, for animation. I think I have here. I have a folder just for references. Animation. Where do I put my references? I'm kind of lost on my own files. Somehow. Inspiration. Oh, that's what I called it. Manga. No. Anime. Yes. Like this one. Let me see if I can change it. Mixer, Opera photos. Not working for some reason. Capture d'écran. No, that's not what I wanted. It's capture de fenêtre. I'm kind of lost on OBS. 1 minute. I don't know why it's not working. It's supposed to work. Copy. If I copy the image and I paste it, try have it active. Paste. Nope, I don't have it. Well, I can't paste it, unfortunately. I have a very cool image. I don't know why it's not working. Maybe if I do capture the window capture. No, screen capture, yes. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it, the picture? Or does it just show? Oh, it's capturing my other window. It's not the window. This, no, this, no, this, the other. This is the one. Look, this one. You see, it's a top view. And then it goes like this, and this is a side view. And this is the kind of thing that is used in animation, you know. Here is representing the size of the screen, and the screen it moves all the way up here, and you make it one drawing, just one drawing, and it looks like you're doing a recording, you know. You make one parallax and bam, that works. If I come here, I think I have more examples of these. These from Makoto Shinkai. See. Yeah, panning shot. And what I really like about those is how they are just done in one drawing. Like this, there is a bird flying, and it's just one drawing, and you can see this is like an almost top view, and this is a faraway view, and on a very different angle. But you just draw one thing, one big thing, and just put the camera on After Effects or whatever. Yeah, After Effects, and it just goes, and it does. It's wonderful. I love it. Yeah, those kinds of solutions that they make for the like how things work behind the screen. The like, you know, this is the regular stuff, you know, like this is in Your Name. You have the trees and the background. This basic, like everybody knows how this works. It's the same kind of thing that Disney was making almost 100 years ago, or more than 100 years ago maybe. And but this stuff, oh, this is really cool. I like this very much. What other one did I have here? I thought I had another that did the same thing. This does the same thing, but it's more basic. We're taking a look at the behind the scenes of Makoto Shinkai works. This one was very advanced. This one is crazy. This is on the opening of Your Name. You can really see it, like if you pay attention. It's like you have all the pictures in different planes, and the camera starts here with Taki, and it goes all the way to Mitsuha, and it just passes all the buildings, and they are just 2D flat drawings. And the camera just does this. It's quite crazy. This not one, but yeah, I was looking at this, and that's how I found Omao, because he does the same kind of stuff, you know. If he does that, you saw. Yeah, imagine all those layers. That's a bit extreme. This is a shelf. I think I can make this shelf even more useful. If I were to break this one, then again, it's kind of stylish, isn't it? Origin to geometry. Plane, what's this plane? Your empty plane. It's just plane with nothing. Collection, plane, plane. Where are you? Oh, that's just paper. That's useless. Olaf Storm I never heard about. But yeah, it seems like a pretty common thing to do. Like, why do something different when this is what works? So I would like to try to choose similar things. In fact, I once kind of tried, or did I just want to try? Let me see. If I did try, yeah, I did something a bit similar, but it wasn't exactly the same. Where is it? Yep, this one, where it's like there's this background and then it does a curve and kind of mixes into this one. I wanted to do something like that. Something that starts with the floor and shows the roof. And maybe I'll get to it at some point. But first I would probably have to start with something more, you know, normal, simple, easier. Yeah, it was upside down. Lotus flower. I think lotus has TH. Lotus flower goes on plants. Why do I still have those? Oh, because they are on the walls. What is plane 18? Plane 18. Plane. Well, that's it's missing. It's probably part of something else. Plane 19. What are you? What? It's a notebook. Notebook goes to books, scrolls, and notes. Plane 20. I think I may be able to finish this today. That would be wonderful if I can just do the buildings after. That would be even better. Circuit board. I'm curious to know what those are. Electronics. Gizmos. Plane 22. Your time has come. They don't even have it here. That's interesting. That means it was indeed part of something else. That is probably gone now. I play Genshin every day, but mostly for the daily quests. You know, for the daily Primogems that you get from doing the assignments. And normally when there is an event, I usually just rush it on a Saturday or Sunday, the last day, and sometimes I lose some of it. So that's far from being hardcore. It's quite the opposite, actually. very, very casual because I only play when like when I have time, and usually I don't have time, so I don't play a lot. Just for the Primogems. Just to roll my disappointment rolls. I still don't have Kashin. I I don't know if I will ever have her. I don't even know if I would use her, but man. So I roll every day on the regular banner. I haven't been rolling on the. Oh, nice. Ayaka is the only character I got on the regular gacha. Out not of pity, you know. Like I got her on the 100% because I tried to get Eula before, and I got Jean. And then when I rolled for Ayaka, I was on 100% pity. But then I rolled for her again, and like 6 times I rolled on the banner just to build pity for the next character, you know? And I got her again. After six rolls, was like, what? Was the only character I got that wasn't guaranteed, you know? It's like on the 6% chance, on the 0.6% chance or something. I don't know what's the percent chance of getting a 5 stars like that, but it's very low. And she is on my team ever since. This goes on dishes. I'll put this in dishes. It's not cluttering. But congratulations on getting Ayaka. Notebook. She's very good. Books, scrolls. In fact, I'll even show you my team. Plane 39. Plane 39, it's a chair. School chair. Rotate C. This is my main team Genshin recently. It's like 2 small teams. I have Xianglin here working with Fischl. Normally I do it like this. Let's let them group together. Yeah. I put Goba and I put Oz, and I let them do their stuff. Sometimes I shoot them a little. And when I bring Ayaka, normally I bring her with Mona because, you know, freezing. And I just hit stuff with sword until they die. So it's like technically two small teams instead of one. They don't have that much synergy out together. Hey, buddy. Toko. I have Ayaka on our full crown, if I'm not mistaken. And same for Fisher. And Fisher is almost full constellation, which is great. I didn't even roll on this banner, however, because I don't care about this character. I don't like this one, and I don't like this one, so I only wanted Ayaka, which I will not get, and Ayaka I already have on my I already have C1 because it's the only character I ever got with, you know, with the regular roll. And I have my some other characters that I use sometimes, like Hu Tao and Yanfei. Noelle for Abyss, and Barbara. Sometimes I roll with Barbara as well. So I'll normally be with this team, and sometimes I'll change Xiangling with Hu Tao or something like that. she's she's a bit dead. And on her talents, I sure have a lot to, long way to go. My god, this one is 206, and Yanfei is a little better, but some of those are because of Constellation. Which, oh my god, I have a lot of. Damn, I should use her more, but she's so fragile on my team. I don't think I built her well. I don't know. I probably need some better artifacts for Yanfei. She's very fun to play, but since she's so fragile, it's a bit, you know, it gets a bit complicated sometimes. This is not what I wanted to do. Because with her, I have to change the tactics. I have to start with Fischl and then go to Yanfei. And I have to keep changing Oz because they will throw the characters far away, so oops, that's not what I want to do. And the thing with Fischl is that I have built her for the reactions, you know. She's very focused on how is it called, elemental mastery. Yeah, I think so. Yanthi, however, she's very low. Hu Tao, what? Did I change her weapon? Yeah, I did. Her weapon is with Xiangling. Xiangling is 500. So Xiangling and Hu Tao work better together. Let me check something. Well, anyway. Being at this for 3 hours, I think I'll take a break and come back later. I need to save this file anyway, and it's 1.5 gigabytes. Showed you right now, and it's saved on my Google Drive, so it takes a while to save, like a few minutes. Thing is, it can maybe influence the stream, so I don't know. Maybe I'll come back later with something else, something to clear the mind, whatever. This has been a lot of work here. Plyo transforms, origin to geometry. I really want to finish this file, at least this one, this weekend, because I still have those 400 objects to sort. Not to mention the architecture one, which is some objects as well, not too many. And I have one for cars and things like this. This will be awesome once I finish. This will be great. But anyway, I'll get some rest. I see you later if you're around. Bye bye.